If you're a business, Expos are one of the best ways to get your brand out there. Plus, they're a content goldmine. But most brands waste out on this opportunity, so here's how to make sure you don't. This is content creation for busy entrepreneurs. Okay, so tip number 1 is to get here super early. I'm talking like 2 hours early. So yesterday, I spent an hour trying to find parking and get my badge before I even stepped foot in the expo hall. So whoever you're working with, obviously make sure they're super early. Plus, it gives you time to prepare your mental for anything that's expected to go crazy, and it's an expo, so it will be crazy, and plan out your shots without the pressure of other people around. And that brings us to tip number 2, which is plan your content in advance. So when it comes to the day, you're gonna be so busy focused on meeting with potential buyers, telling people about your brand, and giving away free samples. You're not gonna have time to think there and brainstorm about the content ideas. Trust me, it goes by really fast and it's very hectic and chaotic. So for one of my clients, we planned our content ideas 2 weeks in advance, so that way when it comes time to expo day, we know exactly what we're shooting without fumbling and trying to come up with concepts. If your content involves props, that gives you enough time to have that prepared in advance. No scrambling last minute. Tip number 3 is to bring a tripod. So if you don't have anybody shooting with you or you're just solo dolo, tripod will be your best friend. Amazing for time lapses and interviews if you plan to have that in your content pillars. What's your best content tip for business owners?
Well, I'll tell you right now, what it is a lot of people don't be scared to innovate. What it is you gotta be able to take risks with your brands. Now, what I'm saying with that is look at, everybody wants that clean look, but it does take a good eye, right? Yeah. To make something pop, right? If there's a big ocean full of a bunch of fish, you gotta stick out, right? Or either that, or you gotta have a really strong personality or personality in your footage. I'm telling you, it makes a difference. That's how we kind of started with our company. This is GTO Films, by the way. But yes, 100% be innovative, be different. Trust me. When I say be different, I'll be more specific. Again, if you got a picture of a product, right? Everybody's just gonna do like a zoom in, zoom out.
100%.
Find somebody who's gonna grab that bottle and make it look crazy, whether it's like fading out the bottle, the background disappears and water comes and it comes back in, like whatever you can to make it pop.
Yeah, 100%. And if you don't know how to do that or you don't have the capacity to, hire somebody to do it for you.
Yes.
Easiest thing.
That's where you come in.
And that brings us to tip number 4. If you don't have a dedicated videographer, I highly suggest doing one. I wouldn't suggest giving it to an employee or doing it yourself because, again, there's so many other things to focus on. Just hire somebody whose sole purpose is to help you get content. Tip number 5 is to film everything. It's way better to overshoot than not have enough content. Trust me, this content you might be able to use for weeks, months in advance before it gets older, before you need to shoot some more. So shoot. You can also use this content for B-roll for your future videos too. You just never know. I like to shoot everything horizontal. If you're strictly just planning to use it for reels, up and down is fine too. So use it at your own discretion. You will thank me later, but your editor will hate you. So good luck. Drop in the comments what events you're going to next. I'd love to see you there. And yeah, I'll see you in the next day. All right, I'm gonna go home and soak my feet, bro.